Hey, it's me, Joanna from Find My Beauty. Today I wanted to come and try this, what is it? The reverse foundation, I guess, technique. I saw just a few videos ago Samantha Ravndahl post on her YouTube channel this technique where, I mean, I don't think I've seen it done before where I've seen people do the contour and the highlighting and the bronzing like prior to putting your foundation on. I think I've seen Tati sometimes do that. I don't know if she reverses everything, but I have seen her do contour sometimes and like super highlighted look underneath her foundation before. But the technique that Samantha did on her channel is where she reversed everything. So everything is basically underneath the foundation. Blush, highlight, concealer, contour, and bronzer. So I wanted to try that technique today to see how it would translate onto my skin. Still trying to figure out lighting and everything in this room, so forgive me. Last video I felt like it looked too gray, but it was also gray outside and really dark. But today's a little bit sunnier. I have lights kind of coming from all directions. I'm hoping that this time things are a little bit better. So anyway, I'm just gonna pull my hair back really quick. I'm gonna just start with a little bit of primer and try the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smooth. So when I saw her do the video, I just thought her makeup, she generally likes a smooth, dewy, very glowy look on her skin. And as I get older, I'm definitely in a different age bracket than her. I'm 39, so I'm nearing the more 40 plus age range. But as I've gotten older, in the past year or two, I feel like my skin has started to more normalize. It used to be, let me just smooth down these flyaways. If I look down, it's because I have a mirror right in front of me right here. So I'm not trying to not look at the camera, but anyway, as I was saying, in the past 2 years or so, or year and a half, my skin has sort of just started to normalize and be a lot more normal and less oily. It's more prone to oily than it is dry, and in the winter time I always get drier anyway because of the colder months. So I'm still kind of figuring out my skin as it changes, but it's definitely been easier to maintain. I've been less acne prone. Still get from here to time, like this was one, it's no longer there, but it's kind of like the remnants of it that won't completely go away. I have a little zit right here that's a little red, and right here as well. So I do get kind of a little breakout here and there, but I've been also gravitating towards a more dewier complexion. I don't like to look greasy or like heavily like dewy. I don't want to look like I'm a grease ball because that's how I've always looked before, but I want to look healthier and more plump as I get older. So I want to look fresh. Okay, so I guess I'm so confused as to how to start. I guess I'll start with concealer, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers. I have two colors here. I have one in the Brightner color, which is a little bit more of a pinky tone that I want to use just to kind of see there's a little bit of darkness underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to go on top of that with the color Ivory for a little bit of brightness. So let me twist up here. Just kind of want to use this in the dark, I guess, areas of my skin right here. Maybe I'll zoom in just a little bit more. And now I'm going to place this kind of right here to give a more highlighted look. And I guess if I go down the face, I have redness here and some little bit of darkness here. Remember, I'm doing everything backwards, so I need to do everything that I would normally maybe do. I think I'm going a little bit extra heavier just because I'm going backwards this time. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to take a beauty blender and just spread that out or blend that out. I'm curious to see. I mean, I used to, before I think YouTube blew up, I used to always use my concealer, I guess before I did foundation. It used to be like the first step, but then I started changing that and doing it on top. So I feel like none of this is really exactly new, but it's just the whole process of doing it underneath is a little bit different. The concealer is done. I think I'm going to, I was like, I'm so confused as to what to do. Contour next. I don't really have a lot of contours. Or contour creams or sticks. And this is an old one that's probably a little bit expired, to be honest. But this is the Wet n Wild Megaglo dual-ended contour stick. This is in light medium. I'm going to use the contour side to contour. Okay. Gosh, I haven't contoured in such a long time. So I'm just going to bring it here. Here, and do a little bit here. I used to actually really like using this to contour. It's a little bit on the like cool tone pinky side, but this blends it pretty well. And I'm gonna go in with a brush first just to see. Yeah, it's something that you definitely have to work into the skin a little bit. You could probably use the beauty blender. I mean, this blended out pretty good. I almost want to go a little heavier just because I know I'm going to be using foundation on top of this. Whoa, this looks... Did I put a lot more on this side and this side? I think I'm going to... It's looking a little blotchy. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter for a Superstar Youth Glow around my cheekbones. Even though this is not really the highlight I'm using it, but I want to like using this for kind of like a dewy look. I even put a little bit right here and on my nose. And I will use the Beauty Blender. This just gives such a like dewy look to the skin for sure. And now I'm going to go in with my bronzer, and I'm going to use the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Bronze Universal. And oh, I need to get my stipple brush back. I like to use my e.l.f. Stipple brush with this bronzer. I think it just works the best. Makes it look super beautiful and natural. And this is supposed to be a bronzer, so I'm gonna bronze all over the face. And I like this color because it's very soft and natural, and it gives a very warm, it's definitely a warmer bronzer. So if you don't like too much warmth, then be careful. But I mean, it's such a natural looking shade to me that I think it looks so pretty on the skin. Bring it down my neck just a little bit and around my forehead here. I'm just being kind of generous with everything today. Kind of like the way this looks as is a little bit, weirdly enough. Oh my god, I definitely like contoured the heck out of the side. Alright, next I'm gonna go in with the highlight first and then the blush. So I'm gonna use the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops. Put a little bit on my hand right here. I'm just gonna spread it out. My finger, tap it in here, tap it here, and use my Beauty Blender to soften it out. Like a glowing disco ball. Finally, blush, and I'm going to use the Glossier Cloudpaint, and this is in the color, I believe it's Haze. Yeah, Haze. It's a very berry color. Figured I'd do something that you can really see on the skin, and it's good for the fall. I like this color. So I'm put a little drop right here, and let me spread it with my finger a little bit, and then go on to my cheeks. I think I'm not gonna be afraid to go heavy with this, because since I feel like these can blend out super easy, and since we're putting foundation on top, I don't want to lose the color. Okay, this is the base, I guess, before the foundation. I put everything on: concealer, highlight, contour, bronzer, and blush. and I'm making sure there's nothing else. My primer's underneath that. Yeah, the rest of my stuff is eye products and my foundation. So for my foundation today, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and this is in the color N2 Classic Ivory. Believe it or not, I've never tried this foundation in my entire life, but I've seen people on YouTube rave about this before over the years, and I just decided to pick it up and try it, and I was immediately impressed by this foundation. It's actually really amazing. It reminds me a lot of the Dior Face and Body foundation, the new one that just came out a few months ago. For some reason, it just really reminds me of that, like the texture and consistency of it, how it glides on the skin. But I think I actually prefer this one over the Dior one. So if you guys are interested in me doing like a half Dior, half L'Oreal True Match comparison and review on this product, let me know. I'm interested to see if it's kind of like a dupe or close alternative to that product, because I really like this. I felt like the Dior Face and Body is a little bit more drying or mattifying. Maybe it has too much alcohol in it compared to this one, because this one, I don't know, I just felt a little bit less mattifying, less and more hydrating than that one, and it just looked better on my skin. So anyway, I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to try and go in as lightly as possible and not do a thick like coverage of this. Put it on the butt of my beauty blender, and I'm going to look down and make sure I put on this foundation right. So I'm going to start on the bottom. Good. Wow, it just looks, wow. Holy moly, it looks really pretty. It gives the most natural finish and look to the skin, and I look so put together. It's definitely more subdued than do it the other way around. So I guess if you're a heavy-handed person with like blush and bronzer, which I mean, I don't think I am, but if you really want to look kind of flawless and just, this looks absolutely beautiful. Wow, I am like shocked right now. Just my skin looks absolutely stunning. It looks so good. Wow, Samantha, your friend. What have we been doing with ourselves all this time? This looks so beautiful. I am going to, I guess, powder up my face a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of the Kat Von D Lock-It, what is this? Brightening powder and Petal underneath my eyes to set it. Make sure it doesn't move, though I really don't even feel like I need to. I'm just going to take this Luxie tapered highlighter brush. I like to use this for powder underneath my eye. And I'm going to go slightly around here because makeup tends to wear off in this area. So right around my nose and chin. And I'm going to take that powder just right here. Wow, this looks so pretty. I'm going to finish the rest of my face, do my brows, put some mascara on and lipstick, and I will be right back. Hey, I'm back. This is my finished look. I just put a little bit of mascara, did my brows, and I have on my lips today Whirl lip liner with Cream Sheen Modesty lipstick from MAC. But this honestly is beautiful. When Samantha wrote on her tagline that this is a game changer, it really, really is. It's just, I don't know why I haven't been doing this before. It just looks so good. I have been using cream products a lot more generally, but I haven't been doing the reverse, and this just looks so, just so beautiful. I have so many powder products that I love, but if you really want a super natural, glowy, youthful look and not go overboard with your makeup, I highly recommend you guys try doing the reverse makeup base look, because this is just amazing. It looks so flawless. It just looks really nice. So I'm gonna tag Samantha somehow so she can see that I did this video. I'm a small channel, so she probably won't even see, but if you haven't tried this, I would recommend it. tag Samantha on it. Just, I love it. I really love this look. So I think this will benefit anybody. You just gotta tailor everything to your skin type. So if you're a little bit more on the oily side, you might not like so many creams, but then you could at the end just use translucent powder to kind of set everything a little bit more heavily than I did. And if you're a drier skin complexion, I think you're gonna love this. I think it looks beautiful. And if you are of more mature or aging skin, a little bit older, such as myself, I think you're gonna love this too, because this makes your skin look so much youthful. And if you like a very natural, put together look, this you're going to love. I mean, you can always amp it up and layer some powder products on top to intensify the look or to make it a more evening kind of night. So I think if I wanted to go more nights, obviously I would put some eyeshadow on, but I would probably put a little bit more blush and maybe even put a powder highlight on top, though I don't really think you need it because I feel like well, yeah, I guess if you want to really amp it up, put that extra glow on. But this looks just lovely. I love it. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And of course, hit that notification bell so you're notified of my future videos. And I hope to catch you in my next one, guys. Bye. My necklace is already tangling. Does anybody else have any tricks for these layered necklaces? Because they just always tangle on me no matter what. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't seem to just stay pretty. But anyway,